Procrastination. We've all had an important task or an assignment we had to finish, yet we found ourselves on our phone, scrolling through Instagram, trying to ignore the black weight building in the back of your mind. Whether you're willing to admit it right now or not, we've all procrastinated, so let's start with the basics. Procrastination is a form of self-regulation failure characterized by the irrational delay of tasks despite potentially negative consequences, as defined by the Frontiers Research Foundation. What does this mean for the average student like you? Or better yet, what does that mean in English? Procrastination is the act of putting off important tasks in favor of non-urgent tasks, usually enjoyable ones, regardless of possible consequences. For us students, that usually refers to late assignments, homework, and other important school-related tasks that we put off in favor of more enjoyable things, like social media. Procrastination is linked to poor academic and general success, and negative impacts on your mental health, being linked to heightened anxiety and even depression. If it affects us so badly, then why does the average student partake in it so often? The simplest way to answer this question is that it's a normal human coping mechanism, with Murat Balkis and Erdic Deroux from the American Counseling Association describing it as a common human behavior. It is experienced as a widespread problem among students and non-student populations, meaning that this issue is not specific to you as a student. This also allows you to make the second, more grave realization. If this problem affects more than just students, then what is to say it won't follow you out of school? Such bad habits do not disappear, and as the circumstances grow more important, the consequences become more dire. This leaves us with a question. How can you avoid this scenario, and how can you identify the signs that you yourself are a procrastinator?
These habits often affect students in a variety of ways, and these effects often become fuels for your procrastination. It's not a simple task for a student to simply stop procrastinating, regardless of how badly it affects not only your academic success, but your social life and more. The first issue is that procrastination is self-feeding. The most commonly cited sources of procrastination is fear of failure and a sense of low self-worth. Although these conditions are bad enough on their own, once they begin to create a cycle of procrastination, it becomes what's known as a positive feedback system, a system which feeds itself. Procrastination results in the decline in the quality of work you put out, academic or not, which results in the very same emotions which began the process. Your seeming inability to output quality work or to achieve success in areas you once did is a hindrance and lead weight on a student's mental health, bringing us to our second point, procrastination's effect on mental health. Procrastination, as previously stated, is the avoidance of tasks in favor of more enjoyable ones, with disregard to possible negative consequences. This normally creates a pile-up of many assignments and can cause a student to feel like they're suffocating, putting a student under immense amounts of stress, although self-caused, but stress nonetheless. This abnormal level of stress has been linked to stress on the heart, emotional instability, higher risk of heart disease, and the degradation of mental health. And although we've skimmed over this subject multiple times, the biggest noticeable effect will be on your grades. The putting off of important work until the last minute will only result in subpar work compared to the quality of work you would have put out had you followed a schedule, or not waited till the last possible second to finish an assignment.
As previously stated, procrastination is an act of failed self-regulation or a person's inability to control their time management and who is also unable to prioritize a task. Struggling to manage and organize time is not a new nor uncommon issue, especially among college students. With this in mind, DSE created several tools that can not only help you manage your time, but do so in a fashion that eases your workload and reduces student stress and anxiety. DSE's library's website offers an assignment schedule generator that allows you to put a start date and end date and produces a day-by-day schedule with steps that allow you to finish an assignment or project in the most efficient way possible. It is available to all students at https://library.daytonastate.edu DSE.org/services/schedule. Yet, this is not the only time management tool DSE offers to its students. In your My Daytona State course portal, click on one of your courses, click the drop-down menu labeled Tools, and click Calendar. From there, you can set daily tasks as well as important dates that week or month to ensure you have a clear understanding of what you need to do and when to do it. Beyond what DSE offers, you can find other resources online to further assist you. For users of Google Chrome, you can utilize the Strict Workflow extension. Simply navigate to the Chrome Web Store, install the extension, and once it's done, click the tiny tomato icon in the top left corner. The extension sets a 25-minute timer by default and blocks what it considers frivolous, non-studious websites, those like YouTube and Flash game websites. After 25 minutes, it sets a 5-minute timer in which it unblocks all websites that it previously denied access to. This method of short work times, partitioned by short break times, is a technique known as the Pomodoro method, a reliable and proven way to improve attention span and work productivity, as well as keep you on time and away from procrastination causing sites.
Procrastination is an issue we will all face at some point. The inability to bring ourselves to work, whether it be environmental distractions or fear of failure holding us back. The ability to overcome this roadblock will separate the successful student from the one falling behind, and by following the advice we gave, utilizing the tools we showcase, and by becoming self-aware of your own habits and actions, we hope that you can walk away a more successful student and a more focused person.